Well, the controversy surrounding the Coldplay kiss cam cheating scandal.
Still going.
Well, it's not dying down anytime soon, especially now that Astronomer CEO Andy Byron has officially resigned.
Wow. Let's get some more. Our entertainment editor, Peter Ford, is with us. Pete, it took less than 72 hours after that footage went viral for Andy to step down.
Yeah, if only they hadn't overreacted when they realised they were on camera, it would have just passed. You know, people in the venue would have seen it, but, you know, clearly once that came out and once you saw them ducking and weaving the cover there, it became a thing without us even knowing who the people actually were. That made the story all the juicier, but they weren't exactly conducting a very discreet affair, were they? They're obviously in a corporate box. Other people there, probably clients of Astronomer and probably other people who work there, and I do feel sorry for his wife. I think that's horrible, and his kids too. But, of course, it did become a thing. We can't turn that back, and we're still talking about it. And now, of course, there are considerable repercussions. Not the least, of course, is his resignation. I don't feel too sorry for him. I think he's going to walk away with a lot of money, even though he's gone, and the company put out the statement. You've got to be very cautious too. There's been a lot of fake statements that have been doing the rounds online. This one here you see is genuine, and he offered his resignation and it was accepted. But now, of course, there is concerns about, well, what if legally, where do you stand if you are exposed in this way and you didn't choose to be on kiss cam? Do you have any out clause? Well, clearly it does seem to be something that Chris Martin's concerned about, because he's now offering a warning that we're about to start kiss cam and what that would mean. Now, he doesn't directly address what happened the other day, but you can guarantee it's spurred on by that. He's never done this sort of warning before. Have a look at this.
We'd like to say hello to some of you in the crowd. How we're going to do that is we're going to use our cameras and put some of you on the big screen. So please, if you haven't done your makeup, do your makeup now.
So everyone has analysed and dissected it, and everyone's made moral judgments, and everyone's had a laugh over the weekend. The Phillies actually had their own kiss cam as well, which of course has lent a lot of people to doing send-ups of the whole thing. As you can see there, everybody's into it, and I've never known anything to go so viral so quickly. It's kind of got everything you want in a story, that people being embarrassed and people making moral judgments, and even advice. There you go, people putting up signs. He's not my CEO. Even advice on what you can wear to a Coldplay concert if you actually want to stay absolutely safe. There you go. That's what you should be wearing. So I am interested and keen to hear from those two major players as to what they've got to say. At some point or other, you can't help but feel they will give an interview somewhere.
But talking about like his wife, but what about, she was married too? So
there's a bit of vagueness there, but yeah, it does seem that she is, but thankfully no kids involved.
Yeah, okay. There's also some fallout. This is after Katy Perry suffered a scary malfunction during one of her shows.
Yes, so she's on tour, as we know. A lot of stories coming out of the Katy Perry tour. And in this latest one, she's up on the mechanical butterfly. Beware of mechanical butterflies, folks. They can be dangerous, as you can see here with Katy Perry. Well, firstly, full marks for keeping her cool. You know, that would throw even the most seasoned performer. That looked like a hell of a jolt when it went like that. And she ploughed on. Now, of course, instantly it made me think about only a few weeks ago, we were talking about Beyonce when she was up in the air in Houston and her mechanical car went for a major tilt. Now, as a pure amateur, looking at both those contraptions of how getting those things to fly, it looks like a very similar kind of setup. So you'd have to think they're going to have to review this stuff very carefully. Now, of course, in both those cases, they had other harnesses on. There was never a hope that they were, never a chance that they were going to fall to the ground. But still, it's dangerous. And, you know, there's an audience underneath it. So, and they move these shows in from venue to venue, usually on a, day-to-day basis. They get a 24-hour moving period to move everything. And I wonder if some of this setup is now too sophisticated that it needs more time to do it safely and properly.
Yeah, I know, like Taylor Swift had that's Taylor Swift though. She had two setups so that they would leapfrog each other, so that you're not doing
exactly.
that. Yeah,
You're right.
but I'm not quite sure with Katy Perry.
Yeah, it's also how we travelled the morning show. When we go.
Leapfrogging.
We leapfrog.
Yes. So you have the advanced crew who can work, in advance, yeah.
And check the hoists.
Yeah.
Hairstyle icon David Beckham has debuted a controversial new look. What's going on?
Yeah, well, he didn't intend it to end up like this. Kind of odd that David Beckham's doing his own hair. It's not COVID anymore. You can go to the barbers, the hairdresser and have it done. But sometimes things go wrong. And through the years, you can see that we've loved Beckham's hairstyle. It's part of the whole package of David Beckham. But this one is the one that got away. And he's making light of it. As you can see, Victoria is guiding him through this and how to deal with it. Have a look at this.
What have you done? What have you done?
The thing of the clippers fell off my head.
You were trying
fell
to
off
give
my
yourself a
clipper.
haircut, and what have you done?
It's not funny.
Let me see. I mean, the hours of content that the kids have got from this.
The clipper head fell off.
It does not look good. I'm going to always be honest with you. It looks terrible.
So not to put too fine a point on it, thank you, Victoria. Yeah, so there you can go. It can go wrong for the best of us.
That happened here once to me.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
We had to do the whole, shave the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's a guard, isn't there? And the guard can fall off.
The guard fell off on the first hit, and so the first run was like, number a half.
But also, hasn't he had a hair transplant somewhere along the way too? So I can imagine that's very triggering. Has he? I think he has, hasn't he?
I think he has, yeah. So yeah.
Particularly triggering, I would say, for
He
someone.
had a hair transplant.
I think he's... Well, maybe I'm making it up, but I'm just looking at that front row.
Did you just Coldplay kiss cam him?
No, maybe I am making that up, but I thought...
Well, that's a horrible thing to make up.
Well, I'll go down to the vaults, check it out, and come back later and give you an update, because we will have to do. Yes, because we'll have to do a retraction for legal reasons.
Definitely. Yes. No, definitely his hairline looks a little different, but it could be just an optical illusion. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you. Bye.